This is a pretty cool piece of gear we have here at Vintage King Audio. It's a Chandler Limited TG12413 Zener limiter. Chandler makes quite a few models that are based on the vintage pieces of gear that were custom made by the EMI engineering department for use at Abbey Road Studios. This particular unit is based on the RS168 Zener limiter, which was part of the channel strip for the famous TG12345 console that recorded the last Beatles album and Dark Side of the Moon. It was also part of the channel strip for the TG12413 mastering desk that EMI made in the 70s, and that's where Chandler gets the number for this unit. The original RS168 was a custom-made piece of gear that was meant to replace the Altec 436 and Fairchild 660 compressors that were very popular in the Abbey Road studios in the 60s. Chandler has emulated that, but of course they've brought it into the modern age. The name Zener limiter derives from the fact that there are 4 Zener diodes across the input circuit, and these are the gain control element. This is a dual channel unit, so you can run it as a stereo linked pair or in mono, and of course you can bypass one or both of the channels. Normally you run it in limit mode, but you can also switch limit mode out and put it into THD, and what that does is gradually overloads the Zener diodes as you increase the input gain. It makes for a very interesting and distorted sound. There's also switchable high and low input impedance and 6 multi-position switches. You've got an 11 position switch for the input gain, a 21 position switch for the output gain, an 11 position switch for the attack, 21 position switch for the release, and Chandler has added sidechain capabilities to this unit, so you have 5 different frequency settings for that. And there are 2 compression and 1 limit setting. Compression 1 gives you a 2-to-1 ratio. It's supposed to emulate the Altec 436, while the limit setting is more of a faster response, and it's meant to imitate the Fairchild 660. So those 2 settings are brought over from the original RS168. Compression 2 gives you the curve from Comp 1, but a faster release time like the limit setting, so it's kind of a combination of those 2. This is a really unique sounding unit. If you're looking for something really transparent, this is not the compressor for you. But if you want something that's really groovy, really crunchy, and has tons of Abbey Road mojo, you can get it right here at Vintage King Audio.